It's Sunday night. It's about 8 p.m. West Coast time. I took 24 hours off from the internet. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. And for the last 2 days, I haven't gotten off my couch. I've been trying to rest, and that's been wonderful. But I went out and got some food and started going through some news, and it's still a fire hose of stupid. Donald Trump is still a clown with a flamethrower, and he may be a clown, but he's got a flamethrower. You can do a lot of damage with a flamethrower. And then we have little Danny Boing Boing, Dan Bongino, the deputy director of the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation. And we learned this weekend, again, why it's not a good idea to put a MAGA conspiracy theorist, podcaster, hair plugs, steroids, why it's a really bad idea to put a guy like that into the number 2 position at the Federal Bureau of Investigations. I guess it was yesterday morning about 8 a.m. Little Danny Boing Boing put up a tweet. And that tweet said the following. I'm going to read the whole thing. During my tenure here as the deputy director of the FBI, I have repeatedly relayed to you that things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but they are happening. The director, Kash Patel, the director and I are committed to stamping out public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and intelligence operations. It is a priority for us. But what I have learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into these aforementioned matters has shocked me down to my core. I think it would be into your core, not whatever. We cannot run a republic like this. And if any MAGA chuds are watching, we are a constitutional republic, which is a form of democracy. That's right. I'll never be the same after learning what I've learned. We are going to conduct these righteous and proper investigations by the book and in accordance with the law. Well, at least somebody in this administration's gonna. We are going to get we are going to get the answers, all caps, we all deserve. As with any investigation, I cannot predict where it will land, but I can promise you an honest and dignified effort at the truth. Not my truth or your truth, but the truth. God bless America and all those who defend her. Respectfully, Dan. This might be the single most unprofessional thing I've seen this entire administration do. Dan Bongino on his podcast, which apparently was paying him like $4 million a year, because again, as I said in a TikTok yesterday afternoon, we are a nation of morons who fed every goddamn conspiracy theory that you can think. And now he's the deputy director of the FBI, and he put out a tweet saying that what I have learned in the course of these investigations has shaken me to my core. I will never be the same after learning what I've learned. This is no way to run a republic, but doesn't give even the slightest hint of what he's talking about. Is he talking about Epstein? Is he talking about Obama? Is he talking about Biden? Is he talking about foreign terrorism? Is he talking about domestic terrorism? Is he talking about the fact, or is he talking about the possibility that he watched an Epstein video of Donald Trump having sex with a 14-year-old girl? Did he get to see Bill Clinton have sex with a 14-year-old girl? Did he get to see Donald Trump and Bill Clinton have sex with a 14-year-old girl together? This is so incredibly vague, and he put it out knowing that the entire MAGA base is going to latch onto this. They're going to do their numerology with it. They're going to run it through their QAnon AI tools. They're going to analyze every word. They're going to count every letter. They're going to search for that one sentence where the number of letters adds up to 17. He gave them nothing. He gave them no guidance other than what I have learned has shaken me to my core and I will never be the same again. Strongly indicating that what he has learned is, dare I say, earth-shattering. He knows that his podcast audience and Donald Trump's base are conspiracy theorists to their core. And cracking those conspiracies is what makes them feel special when compared to their peers. And he gave them nothing other than, this entire thing is gibberish. It's gibberish, and it's incredibly unprofessional. And the DOJ, of which the FBI is a part of, sorry about that dangling participle, of which the FBI is part, is very famous and has policies in place which has been broken by James Comey on multiple occasions during the 2016 campaign, but was not broken by Jack Smith, who didn't have a single press conference where he took questions from the press, because the DOJ speaks through its work product. Bullshit tweets now apparently count for DOJ FBI work product. The FBI doesn't give press conferences or issue statements or even answer questions, regardless of who's asking them, about ongoing investigations. And Dan Bongino just put out this fucking bullshit tweet, incredibly vague, which appears to address multiple ongoing investigations and gave no further details nor any timeline as to when he would be offering any further details or any fucking details at all. And we've all seen the MAGA chuckle chowderheads all over TikTok quoting this tweet all weekend. Something big's coming, man. And they're all speculating about what it is. They sound about as smart as all the people on the left who are screaming at the top of their lungs that Todd Blanche gave Ghislaine Maxwell immunity. Anyway, brings me right back to the bottom of the funnel. We are a nation of morons. Gullible, easily manipulated morons.